Hi everyone and welcome back to SunBurst Tarot, where today I plan on doing a reading on Natalia Grace. So Natalia Grace is currently a woman living here in the United States after she was adopted when she was 6 years old in 2010 by a family in Indiana. She is originally born in Ukraine and has dwarfism. Uh, and Back in 2019, there was a giant case brought against her adoptive parents uh, for child neglect or neglect or guardian abandonment, as the family alleged that Natalia is like older than what she claimed she was, and there were a lot of fears from the family, uh, saying that she wasn't who she said she was. She was much older than what was on the paperwork. They legally got her like age or like birth year changed on her birth certificate. So this is a new documentary that just came out, and I wanted to do a reading on it to kind of look into the dynamics of Natalia and her family. So without further ado, let's get into the reading. So first, really quick few things while I'm shuffling. Just remember, everything I'm going to be saying is for entertainment purposes only. Everything is alleged, and everything I'm stating is my opinion and is not a fact. So please go do your own research and come to your own conclusions. So yeah, I'm just here to provide a tool for us as an audience to look at things differently or kind of help understand where things might be coming from. So yeah. So what I really want to look at in comparison and consideration is I want to look at Natalia and the relationship specifically with her dad, and then the energy in between the two of them. So we have Natalia, which is the Two of Swords. We have her dad, which is the World released, and the energy in between them. Okay, so this is... Okay, so with Natalia, it's frozen with indecision. So the Two of Swords upright. So for her, I feel that she is kind of unsure of not unsure where she stands with her dad, but it's like or like her adoptive father in this case. She's like, it's like, do I, don't I, do I, don't I, do I, don't I. So it feels like there's like a big decision when it comes to like when she's with her dad. It's almost like, do I want to be involved or do I want to let him go? In this case, for her. With her dad, it's the World reversed, which is all about seeking closure. For him, it's almost like, I just want to kind of put this whole thing that we've had and put it to bed. I don't want to continue it. I want to end this. I don't want to continue. I don't this keeps getting dragged up. I don't want to continue doing that. And then between them is judgment. So knowing the relationship that has been kind of aired online and through these documentaries, it's definitely heavy judgment is kind of being placed on individuals from both ends, it feels like in this case, where it's like, we're judging you for who you are and what you've done, and we're judging you for who you are and what you've done. It's kind of like it's mirroring back at each other. So that's really interesting here, just looking at just their overall dynamic. So next I want to kind of just look into Natalia's family. What is going on there? For them, for them to feel so afraid of her. Because that's like a big thing of like, they put her up in an apartment, and then allegedly they went and they like the whole family up and moved to Canada without her. So like I said, this is all like, I read a really quick article. I skimmed it, and this is kind of the information that I know. So let's take a look at I want to look at the whole thing, like this, just the family dynamic and like what's going on there. So we have the Knight of Wands, Queen of Wands, the Lunar Eclipse, which is deep emotional cleanse. Okay. We have the Hierophant, the King of Coins, and the Eight of Coins. Page of Cups, Four of Swords, the Sun. Okay. So, for this family, okay. So, just gonna go with the top row here first. We have the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and this deep emotional cleanse with the lunar eclipse. So, what I'm feeling, just overall what I'm feeling, is that this feels like there's dysfunction. Allegedly, it feels like there's some dysfunction, and this feels like we have the Knight of Wands, which is hasty, jealousness, the Queen of Wands, which is all about this big, stylish trendsetter, but also just someone who's big, bold, beautiful, but also can be fiery, passionate. But the lunar eclipse here as well, it's like a new emotional cycle, seeking clearly, divine aid, endings. What I'm really feeling here is I'm wondering, there definitely seems like there's an individual in the house, in this home, that is like a firecracker. A firecracker that can just fly off the handle, or has deep-rooted, childhood wounds that, I think, have been, constantly triggered in some way. Allegedly, conspiracy, whatever. Remember, everything I'm saying is alleged. Nothing I'm saying is a fact. This is just what I'm seeing. I am just reading tarot cards. So, but, there's childhood wounds, this unconventional lifestyle, the King of Swords, the Four of Swords, the Queen of Wands, this, I'm really wondering, there feels like someone here that is constantly triggered by life, or by things being said, or by just someone just existing. Maybe this is also, work things that are kind of coming out of the woodwork as well, but it definitely feels like there's, in my opinion, there's a family member here who is constantly triggered, and they get angry, they lash out, and they start making up stories because it's not their fault. So it feels like a bunch of projection in some way, shape, or form. Also over here, I do see that with the King of Coins, the Eight of Coins, and the Hierophant reverse, someone feels like a complete lack of control over. It feels like I have the life, I have the money, I have the work, I've accumulated wealth, I have abundance. However, my life still feels like it's topsy-turvy all the time. It's what's wrong? Obviously, is there something wrong? So what's wrong? And it's we're trying to find, we're kind of sniffing out it's what we think is wrong is wrong, and we can't, and what's actually wrong we don't know, so we just project onto what we think is wrong. Here with the Sun, the Four of Swords, and the Page of Cups as well, here, these childhood wounds that just are been laying dormant, then they get popped up again, and then they don't get popped up again, then they get popped up again, and then here is the Sun, which is we're shining a heavy light on these. So it feels like people, whoever this is, lashes out quite a bit. And this is just the family, this I'm looking into. This isn't and this is kind of at the time too. It's just someone lashes out because they get triggered, because something just needs to feels like it needs to be going wrong. Because here's the Devil, the Devil, which is all about all the negativity and crap going on. The Hanged Man, you're not letting go of it. And then the Fool, it's we're not, another card of not letting go of it. So, I don't know if some people have read a book called The Big Leap, which has a really good theory in there, in that we want to have life go well all the time, right? Everyone really wants that, or maybe doesn't want that. But when you look at, you expect life to go well all the time. You're having the money, you have the house, you have the relationship, you have the family, and then, you know how, maybe in the past, you've been in a life of constant turmoil, where things have to be, my life can't be going well all the time, so it's self-sabotage in some way. So, Because maybe you're unhappy with yourself, or you don't think you deserve something, or such as like love, relationships, money, a happy life. And like that's what I'm kind of seeing here, is that things were going, it seems like, really well for the family, and then but like there's like old childhood wounds, or old old triggers, or like, in my opinion, like there's like old wounds that come from the past in some way, shape, or form, that haven't healed, or people aren't willing to let go of. And so, like, okay, so we're bringing someone new into the family, or we're bringing someone new in, and everything is going great, but then all of a sudden, like, when things start going bad, it's like we got it's like blame, shun the non-believer, and it's like, because it's like they're the odd one out. So like having someone be the odd one out, like we have to, like, that has to be the reason, because it's not my fault. It seems like it's someone else's fault, is kind of the energy I'm getting here. And we're not letting go of old wounds or negativity that's kind of built up in our life. For some people, yeah. And then here's the unhappy life, the Eight of Wands, which is rapidly moving forward. And then here's the Ten of Coins, a family legacy. So like, when I see maybe a little bit of this, how this family dynamic is, it's definitely along the lines of, there's definitely unhappiness that was there in some way, shape, or form. This feels like legacy, where it's not just like, oh, it wasn't just the parents, but this might have been something that's been passed down through generations, where it's like, you can't feel good all the time because, you know what, we need to suffer for what we have. I don't know. I don't get the whole concept. Some people might. I just personally don't. And then here with the Ten of Cups as well, it's like we're broken. The Ten of Coins is like we're trying to make a happy, healthy place. But here's with the Eight of Wands reverse. It's like we still can't. Like, it's not happening. Like, we're stalling for time. We're trying to make things better, but it's not working out how we want it to. Okay, what else we got here? We have the Seven of Cups, which is like everything's unclear. There's so many different options in front of us. The King of Cups, emotional mastery, but then the Eight of Swords. So it's like, oh, we have this head honcho, or someone who's kind of like, I'll help you. And maybe this isn't a he. I'm not feeling this is a he in this moment, but it's like, this feels like someone who's like, I want to help, but like, they're kind of stuck in their own head, it feels like, a little bit, because it's like, I can't manage everything. I can't do this. I can't do that. How am I supposed to help when no one will let me in? But this also really feels like this is just someone who's kind of like trapped. So very trapped, but we can't do anything about it. This is also someone here that I think jumps to conclusions a lot, or like jumps to the worst case scenario. Because here with the Eight of Swords, it's all about doom and gloom. The Seven of Cups is like wild imagination. Here with the King of Cups, this definitely feels like someone who also jumps to conclusions, or like to the worst case scenario. Probably, in my opinion, like, this is the type of person who would like make up stories in their head and then kind of like run with them as truth and fact. Here's the Six of Coins, the Queen of Cups reversed, and the Knight of Cups reversed. So this is also just, so like, when we see like emotions as well, we're seeing the back and forth. And then here with the Queen of Cups, this is someone who is essentially like, I'm just gonna be a bitch. This might be the partner of this King of Cups. But this person is just like disappointed. It's like what this person follows what the Queen of Cups follows what the King of Cups says. Here with the Knight of Cups, it's like, I don't maybe always 100% agree with you, but here, like, you scratch my back, I scratch yours in this case. So it's like, do I agree with you? Do I maybe like love what's going on in this situation? No. However, I like what you provide for me, and you like what I provide for you, whether that be an emotional currency, a physical currency, or like a intimacy currency. I'm not 100% certain in this, but like, that's kind of what I'm feeling in this moment here. Okay, I'm gonna pull one more set here. Okay, and then here's the Wheel of Fortune reverse. This is like a decisive moment, but like a bad... Oh no, this is the Wheel of Fortune upright. Interesting. Sorry, I'm trying to get all of them. Then we have the Temperance, which is no balance, and then the King of Wands. Okay, this feels a lot like a lot of bad energy here, where it's like, we have this great opportunity, but it's like they weren't expecting how things turned out, or they weren't expecting... No. What the heck? Ugh. It's like an ego thing. Okay, in my opinion, what I'm seeing, like, this feels like a complete ego thing. So we have the King of Wands here. I'm the biggest, baddest thing. I got the big on the ground that I'm about to, like, wave around everywhere. With the Wheel of Fortune, it's like, I got the biggest, baddest one. Like, I have the best opinion. I have the best words. I have this, and this. However, where this confidence or ego comes from feels... it comes from a false place of security, or it comes off as like a false pretense in this case, where it's like, I'm showcasing to be this big, bad person who can just swing my junk all around because I'm the one who knows best. But in my opinion, it feels as though they don't, or they don't feel like they do, and this is kind of just a farce that they put up to make themselves look and or feel better, in my opinion. So, okay, I'm gonna pull these quick. So that's just the family that adopted Natalia. So what I want to do now is I want to kind of just look at, I think this is the biggest question everyone has. And you know what? This is, ugh. Kind of frustrates me a little bit. It just kind of connecting up to, like, just the energy around the situation. It's just so sad, but frustrating. In the perspective of, like, really? Is this what we're really gonna, like, seriously? This is the hill you're gonna die on? Okay. So I just want to look at the age. We'll look at the age. We'll pull, like, a card or two, and then I'm gonna kind of just leave it at that for just what is Natalia's age. If you're not convinced, we'll just consult the cards. So we have the Queen of Swords and the Ten of Wands and the Ace of Coins. So here it's like someone, like, I'm speaking my truth. I'm speaking my truth here. The Ten of Wands, it's like, but it's like this is a burden that I'm having to carry, where it's like, I'm telling the truth, but no one's believing me. And then here with the Ace of Coins, it's like, okay, so we have a new beginning. We have new things coming up. There's potential, abundance. In my opinion, I do see this as kind of like, she's speaking her truth. She is the age that she's saying. I don't think there's any... Yeah, it's like, I'll move on and we'll forgive and forget. But, like, what happened here was so hurtful. But you know what? In the long term, like, we'll just take it as it is. And it feels like she just wants to move on from this. For the most part, the Three of Swords is like, yeah, I want to reconcile. There's a lot of reconciliation and forgiveness here with the Ten of Wands, the Knight of Swords, and then the Three of Coins. It's like, yeah, I want to... It's like, yeah, they're like, it's missed opportunities, but, like, this was an impulsive decision by someone. Like, this is a burden we have to carry, and, like, we did it with someone else. The Ace of Coins, it's like timing, prepare for change. So yeah, this is like all the change, but it feels like here it's like I spoke my truth, but we're going to move on from this situation. I don't want to. This is such a stupid hill to die on. Because it's like, this is something that was horrible that happened. Then the Knight of Cups, and then also the Ace of Swords is for, like, the epiphany and stuff coming in. It's like, oh, yeah, no, we're done. Yeah. Okay. So that's what the age. I think she's just 20. I think that's what she is. Okay. just a last kind of thing here. I'm just going to say, what else do we need to know around the situation with Natalia Grace? And call it a day. Because, you know what? I don't see the mom a lot in this. Feels like this is a very dad-centric thing. However, the mom is not... The mom isn't innocent in all of this. Okay. So we have... What else do we need to know? So we have the 9 of coins. So this is all about standing up for what you want to do. The world is like... We're ending of a whole cycle, and now we're doing the we're completing that cycle, and we're about to start something new for my life. And then the Chariot, but now it's kind of like, okay, I want to start something new. I'm trying to stand up for myself, but there's, oh my goodness gracious. Okay, but it's like, no one's believing me, or my word isn't getting out there, or my story isn't getting out there in some way, shape, or form. We have the winter solstice, which is trying to find the light within. So, like, we're trying to find the new things coming up here. Okay. So, what else do we need to know here? I'll tell you what I see. So, with a Natalia Grace situation, I definitely see this as, in my opinion, I wouldn't be shocked if there's a new TV series, or if there's, like, you know how TLC always likes to bring in, like, likes to showcase, like, TV shows around individuals with maybe, like, different lifestyles, or they have different challenges that they need to do to kind of go through life, right? I wouldn't be shocked, in my opinion, if there is a TV show in the works, or this isn't the last time that we might see Natalia Grace on screen. And the reason why I'm saying that, so we have the winter solstice here, which is trying to find the light within. The 4 of Wands makes me think about home, celebrations, homecoming, and then the Knight of Wands is all about being, like, swept off your feet, but also kind of like you're moving towards, and like you're not just moving towards, but you're kind of like showcasing yourself to the world. It's like we're lighting everything up and we're moving forward. The Hanged Man is like an aha moment, an epiphany. 3 of Cups is like we're getting together to do different things, but then the Empress here is like motherhood, creation, fertility, divine feminine. And in this case, I'm almost feeling like, I'm wondering if we're going to have like a TV show maybe like a few years down the line, or if this is maybe already in the talks of like a TV show with Natalia Grace and maybe her budding family or someone new. I'll pull some more cards here. But I don't know if I see her kind of going away from... Yeah, she's going to take a little bit of a break here, but yeah. Yeah, I'm wondering if she's going to make if there's a show or there's something in the talks right now when it comes to seeing her on screen more. And with the 4 of Swords, yeah, we're going to take a little bit of a break here. Let's regroup, let's reset. But we also have the King of Swords reverse. It's like, we're in talks. And with the Hierophant for me has always been a big business card. This is the big man on top. The big man on top. Rulers and leaders of the world. For some people that you can see that as a CEO. Some people will see it as the big company that they work for. Or the boss. But also here we have the marriage. For her, I definitely, or there's, like I say, I think that there might be something on TV coming up, but there's also some sort of like, I'm seeing a lot of marriage cards here. We have the 4 of Wands, we have the Hierophant, we have the 4 of Swords, which is all about religion as well. Oh my goodness. We have the Moon. So yeah, now we're releasing our fear and anxieties. We're letting things out. The Ace of Wands, which is like we're letting more stuff go. 9 of Cups. Ooh, I'm also wondering if there might be some more legal legislation coming our way here. Also with this King of Swords reverse, it's like, yeah, the first thing kind of failed, but also it's now I'm wondering if we're going to go into a little bit more legal battles here, especially with the Ace of Wands, which is like we're letting new things out, the Nine of Cups, as well as the Moon card being reversed. So I'm definitely seeing some new stuff coming out or more information coming out in some way, shape, or form. Yeah, and then the Four of Coins, the Two of Cups, yeah, and then the Eight of Wands. So yeah, I would not be shocked if there is like a TV show or like a series or like a special where we get to see Natalia Grace getting married in some way, shape, or form, or there's like more stuff to do with like relationships, or like I'm dating to find my husband or something along those lines. Allegedly, conspiracy, whatever, that's kind of what I'm seeing. Otherwise, I think I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys like this. If you did, please hit the like button down below. If you want to see more content like this, please hit the subscribe button. I have new content coming out all the time. Otherwise, thank you again so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye!